Greetings and salutations, my friend. Let's talk about Sniper Rogue Mission. Yeah. Okay, so I got the screener on a fluke, right? Did you know this is the ninth film in the Sniper franchise? Like this, remember Sniper when Tom Berenger was part of it? The dude that's in the middle in this photo is supposed to be his son, and we're on the ninth film. Ninth. It will not die and go away, but it needs to die and go away. Yes. So, oh my gosh. I don't know if it's direct to DVD, Blu-ray, or if it's direct to stream. I don't know what this is. I just know I got the screener, and I sat through this over the course of like a few days because it's that bad. I had to stop because Tom Berenger is not in this, and I'm going to thank and blame Film Threat because that's how I got the code. The dude in the middle, Chad Michael Collins, plays Brandon, which is Berenger's son, and he was introduced back in Sniper Reloaded. And I know that because I read Wikipedia, and IMDb confirmed everything. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to run through the story, and this is a movie is such a mess. First off, the promotion has him center stage because he's the amazing sniper, and the dude that's on his left, the far right of the screen, is Zero, Agent Zero. He's at least an interesting character who has some depth. The cool lady on the left, who actually is pretty cool in the film, even though I don't understand why she put the red face paint on at the end of the movie, she would really be good as like the not a whole lot of speaking action martial arts roles. Like I don't know why she's not getting more of that because that's pretty much what she is in this film. The film has the serious premise about sex trafficking and trafficking of humans, like human trafficking, and it starts with like a OnlyFans / video porn place where they take crypto to watch people strip. And anyway, there's people scouting this out. There's people that are going through. They kill all the women that are in there, and Brandon is scoping out this person who ultimately he arrests because there's corruption. So they cut to London, and this all shakes out like this. Basically, Zero is involved, and he's asked Brandon to help with tracking down this head of sex trafficking ring. I don't know her name. I wrote it down somewhere. I'll get to it in a minute. It'll show up on my screen. Ricky Lake or something. Her name is Lake. I know, so I remember it's Ricky Lake or something. Remember the president from 24, Dennis Haysbert? I didn't write that down. Anyway, the 24 president, President Dennis. All right, so that dude, he's in this. In this opening scene where Brandon is getting lectured and loses his job because the guy he arrested is in charge of something in the government, you can't arrest him. And all this stuff went sideways. One of the girls got away, but now they don't know where Zero is. And there's a mole, there's a problem, there's whatever. Okay, fair enough. So long story short, it's all going to be about, quote, going rogue because they're going to stay on the case, right? Zero's been deleted in the system. Brandon doesn't have a job, but they've got this girl. They're going to keep her safe. And meanwhile, the bad guys will eventually figure out they're missing a girl because they can count to like, I don't know, 11. And that's like a gag. The film is a mess because it's all laced of how much corruption and stuff, criminal activity is in the government. And it never gets serious. Like you're dealing with human trafficking, but you don't ever get serious. Even the music is not right. The music, we'll talk about the music because the music is all over the map, but it's very jovial and joking, and it's back and forth. The acting is never consistent. Like they'll have a serious moment, and then suddenly they're cutting up and doing jokes. I'm like, what is going on in this film? Like it's so as a structure, it's just badly made. Like they didn't agree on a tone. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff thrown together. Or I feel like maybe the creators switched midstream. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the, 7 other, because I know of one sniper movie, but the other 7, I don't know. So maybe this is the way the franchise is, that they're okay with a couple dudes chit-chatting over food. And we have a fight scene outside of a diner just because we don't ever really understand why Lady Death that's what they call her, Lady Death, If they say her name, I don't know what it is. I don't care. I never cared enough. She was Lady Death. That was good enough because she's like this kick butt Asian lady who pulled off that role as long as they don't have to talk. Because when she talks and stuff, it's like, yeah, please stop talking. Right. Mary Jane, I don't know. I think there's a line that's not her real name. I don't even know if they say her real name. She's the girl that gets away from the human traffickers. So it's this cat and mouse game of whether they're going to kill Mary Jane or not, how to move around. They go to Zero's X's. That's the only place that they would be safe. But literally that scene, they eat, and then he's like, okay, we probably should get moving. You've been there. You haven't even slept the night, I don't think. Or the time frame communication to the audience is out of whack. It's like nothing makes sense. There's no way to connect to what's going on. And then when they cut to certain scenes, the acting or the stuff will be so bad, you're at least removed immediately from this moment. And by the way, like it was way into the movie, and Mary Jane didn't have real clothes yet. Like no one bothered to change her clothes. Like she's still running around with this long jacket on and stuff, and whatever. They introduced this little nerdy guy, and he was all right. Little nerdy guy, the shut up guy. I don't know. I don't. Did they say his name? I don't remember his name. I don't say his name. Anyway, laptop, shut up guy, because that's how he's introduced. He's walking down this alley with Brandon, and Brandon will talk, shut up. Brandon will talk, shut up. It was supposed to be funny. And then ultimately they have to go back to him later as the tech guy. That's who Lady Death knows. And Lady Death is always overacting, and she doesn't really know what she's doing. There's this one part, too, by the way. I kid you not. They play a few bars of Eye of the Tiger, and I was like, what? Is that Eye of the Tiger? How'd they get the rights to play Eye of the Tiger? Anyway, the music's real weird in this film. Like, it's very, very strange. So anyway, there's all of this stuff. And for some reason, they let Mary Jane call the inside guy that got her free. And of course, the bad guys, through the turn of events, know that he is. So they got on speakerphone. They keep him alive just a little bit longer. And we follow up these moments, like where the tension's rising. Instead of kind of keep it rising or keeping you interested, they'll have this cutaway to where they're debating like what kind of soda they're going to drink, whether they're going to have Sunkist or Fanta or whatever. And it's like the bad Marvel formula in Sniper. Like it's all very uneven. I thought of like, are they trying to go? What's the name of the show? Timothy Hutton, Christian Kane, Leverage. Leverage was like this, like fun espionage feeling, cat and mouse type stuff. Music was fun, but it seemed like it always was moving. This is like move, stop, move, stop, move, stop. You never know exactly where you are, the timelines. There's no sense of urgency. You just know she could get killed. Like literally the scene where they have, it all comes together where they're going to do this meetup. And I mean, it takes forever to get to this scene. I was so checked out by then. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I started and stopped this movie. And Brandon has his sniper on the area, and the bad guy has his sniper, and you have these different shots of what's going to happen and all this intrigue, right? And they do have a good pull away. This was really clever. They pull back, and you realize they're in the same building. Brandon's on the top floor, the other guy's on the roof. So they don't realize that. Neither one knows that. That was really smart. They make the bad guy so incompetent. He never kills. I don't think he kills anybody in this movie. Nope, I don't think he does. So the bad guy sniper is so bad. I don't think. Well, that's not true. We'll get to the spoiler alert, the twist at the end. He does kill somebody. Sorry, forgot. Anyway, long story short, I keep saying that a lot because these movies are so bad. Like, keep it going. Okay, sex trafficking woman, the Ricky Lake lady. Her name is not that. It's Lake something, and she faked her death. And the weird guy, Harvey, is working with her. Brandon tried to arrest him, so now he knows they're onto him. And somehow, in this timeline that doesn't make a lot of sense, they managed to send mail to President Dennis to alert him of the fake death, and that puts him on the case, and that's their big conflict that culminates with catching Harvey. But they figure out that Ricky Lake's not dead yet. So the shootout turns awry, and you have a cool fight scene with Lady Death, who gets thrown around quite a bit as she beats up a big black dude. And the bad guy can't shoot anybody, and Brandon ultimately has to shoot somebody. Things like that. And the music is okay at times. There's other times, but it's never the same message. Like one time they'll have this type of music, then it'll be really intense. It'll be dramatic. Then it'll be like retro. It's like the tone is so out of whack. I couldn't stay connected to any of this. Anyway, I love the one scene. That was pretty good. Lady Death just always has this scowl on her face. She just literally should just be on camera, off camera, not talking. I don't quite understand how they kind of move it towards the end of, because nothing moves well. So we have the scene where they're on the roofs, and Zero figures, Brandon knows that he's on the roof, sends Zero to go fight him. And then the other guy's in the elevator, and it was a really good fight. So it was good that they have the two snipers on the roof, and there was this good fight scene in and out of this elevator. And there is a gag that works with that, with the elevator opens and dead guy, and they scream. That part worked. That was fine. Most gags don't work in this movie. It's all just too tedious. The fight in the streets going on. This is the only sequence in the movie that actually was good. This entire sequence of them on the roof, them on the street, shooting, fight breaking out, chasing the elevator. All of that is the only part of this movie worth watching. If you want to watch this movie, just watch that sequence and go, it's good. Ricky Lake was really alive. It was all for naught. Don't worry about it. Because it all moves to like a shipyard because of reasons that are just delivered in their lap. Like for reasons they get a phone and it has an address in it or something. And tech guy is like, he's talking about puzzles at one point. And nothing's, it's just all snarky nonsense and no one really cares about, right? So I found all of that just was dumb. This sort of like a shipyard shootout. Because you have the bad guy, sniper guy. I don't know their names. They're brothers. And he has this other brother. And they're good together when they were together. The earlier scene in the movie where they were sent in and they fail on killing Mary Jane. And then later there's some bantering and things like that. When they were together, that was actually pretty good. And they seem believable as brothers. The way they would bicker, they're not alike, common interests, things like that. I liked all of that. And the big fight scenes happen at the end. And, they've made jokes that Brandon's such a good sniper and Zero can't shoot for a lick. So subvert our expectations where Zero has to take the sniper shot at the end, but only after bad guy shoots his brother by accident. Spoiler. Oh, big twist. It's like, I don't know. This movie's a mess. I don't know. President Dennis was terrible. He was phoning it in for most of the movie. The end scene with him versus Harvey was fine. The stuff at the end is so drug out at the shipyard. I didn't care. I just wanted this movie to end. I knew there wasn't going to be anything clever. I knew Ricky Lake was alive. She's out there running around somewhere. Laura Lake. There it is in my notes. Laura Lake. Laura. Can't believe I didn't remember that name. Kind of embarrassing. All right. Well, Laura Lake leaves. They go after her. But Mary Jane's driving. I don't know how she got there. I don't know. They didn't take her. She's supposed to be watched with puzzle guy, shut up guy. But she's just there and stabs and kills her and then dumps her in the road. And they know it's her. They don't do anything. Nobody cares. I don't know. There's like a little after credit scene where you get like President Dennis like setting up, I'm retiring, but I'm not. I'm going to take over this global response thing. So I guess it's like sniper number 10. I don't know. The music comes in again. I don't know. The music in the beginning was so intense for a scene that we don't know anything about. So instead of having like intrigue music, just be, something weird's going to happen. We're going to have death. We're going to have whatever. It was like dun, 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 dun. It was climax music. And then there's scenes where the camera will pull away instead of pushing in, or the camera will push in instead of pull. Like nothing is done technically well with these other aspects of the film. And I don't know exactly how this got mixed up. Lady Death would be good as like a side character, like Lady Deathstrike in an X-Men movie, or I don't know if she'd be Psylocke or not. She wasn't really hot enough to be Psylocke. And it was weird at the end when they showed the shipyard, she has like this red makeup on her eyes. That's what's in that photo. I don't know why. Maybe I missed something. I'm not sure what to say as far as a review. A 2, a 3 almost seems too high. There's so little. There's literally like, I guess the brothers, the one fight scene. There is a story. I don't know that I care enough about the story. There's a little bit of arcs. Like they have arcs, but they're so small, they almost shouldn't count as story arcs. Like they're just little. Like there's moments of people doing something. I don't know that makes them different people, but at least something happens. So I guess I would say it's like a 3. It's not a 4. As bad as that is, it's just not a 2. So I'm going to say it would be like a 3. It's that bad, but it's that, so I don't know. Are you interested in this? Did you know there were 9 sniper films? Are you a fan of this franchise? Am I missing something that people should know or like about all this? Okay. Anyway, that's me. I'm Pops. That's my review. I'll get off the Sniper pile on. Good luck to them. Sniper 10. Anyway, if you like it, feel free to check out some of my other reviews. Appreciate your comments, recommendations, and thanks for your time. Take care.
Yeah. Right? And I'm not playing